The monastery attracts people here with its magnificent grounds, with its being such a peaceful, welcoming place. And we hope that when they come to the grounds, that they're somehow touched by what we do, that they're somehow touched by this mission to support the sacred places, the most sacred shrines of Christendom, and to support the Christians in the Holy Land.
The Franciscans from 800 years, they have this double rule on their presence. First is to be custodians of the holy places. The second is to serve the local community, what we call the living stone. You know, Bethlehem is inside a siege where all around there is a wall. This is affecting the life of the people. Most of them, they were businessmen working, guiding in Jerusalem. After the closure, most of the people, they lost their work, they lost their permission. So they were asking to reinvent another world, their life, in order to bring money to their children. And the Franciscans, they always try to be close to these people. Today, they are called to choose, to live here or to leave the country. Christians are part of this area. Christians are part of the story of the city. So we can't imagine Bethlehem without Christians. In order to help the people of Bethlehem or the Christian Holy Land, as Christians from around the world, we need to be connected with the Holy Land.
The monastery is vital in the work of the Holy Land. Many of the guys here have spent 30, 40 plus years of their life working in the Holy Land and have retired and have come back here. Others are, like myself, dedicated to trying to keep the works of the Holy Land moving and going. And that's what we're about. It is critical for Christians to remain in the Holy Land. This is the birth of the church. This is the land where Jesus walked. This is where the incarnation took place, where all created things, people, events were filled with God's presence and with His very life. It all began there. And Franciscans, who incarnation is our spirituality, we really want to stay, and we need the Christians to stay.
My father, when he told me to come back, he told me to come and sell the shop. He knew how difficult it is for us to live here. When I came back and I told him, look, I want to stay and I want to make changes, he was shocked. But at the same time, he was happy that I kept it going. The situation has changed, especially in the last 5 years. There's not much work. Sometimes we just keep going, just enough to pay for the workers and keep going, and thank God for everything. But if I don't have work, I can employ them. If I can employ them, they're not gonna provide for their families. It was really sad because a lot of people were leaving from the Holy Land. None of my brothers and sisters will come back. I wanted to stay, I'm bringing up a family. Being a minority is pretty tough. That's just the bottom line of the truth. Being a minority in everything, so that's why it's tough. It's
the monastery that is on the front line here in this country to tell people, to make them aware. We're their voice. We are the voice of the custody of the Holy. We're the voice of the custos, the voice of the friars in Syria. We're the voice of the friars in Palestine and Israel, the voice of the friars in Lebanon and Jordan and Rhodes and Cyprus, Egypt. We're their voice. Without us, they'd be lost. I'm proud that we are their voice and their presence.